Hi there folks, this is the last Florida trip video. I hope that you've enjoyed watching them. Please do think about subscribing to the channel. We're going to be doing more travel through this year. I hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Bye. So today we're at Busch Gardens, which is in Tampa. It's about an hour away from where we're staying, just over on the Gulf Coast. It's mainly roller coasters. It's kind of a mix between, well, I think it was an old zoological park, and then a little bit like Alton Towers. They added coasters, and now it's mainly known for its coasters. This is the newest one. This one's called Gwazi. It replaced a wooden one, which was one of the roughest roller coasters that I've ever been in. This one, by comparison, is a bit of a dream. Very fast, very intense, and pretty scary. So this is a steel copy of a wooden one that used to be in this location, and the wooden one was really rough, kind of super bumpy. You used to get off with it and your head was pounding, but because it's steel, it's much smoother and incredibly fast, but very different than some of the roller coasters over Islands of Adventure, which have got those linear synchronous motors and you get that super fast acceleration. This has got the long chain climb. The park entrance here at Busch Gardens has got this kind of Moroccan plaza feel to it, which is actually quite pleasant. Now, if you've ever been to Marrakesh, it's a lot more pleasant than Marrakesh. Yeah, I've done some time in Marrakesh and it didn't do it for me. So this one's Cheetah Hunt, very definitely new school, uses linear synchronous motors to get this super fast rapid acceleration. It's used in some of the new ones over at Islands of Adventure, in Rita at Alton Towers. Lovely smooth long ride, one of my favourite coasters. So Busch Gardens has got this solid African kind of theme park feel to it, which I'm sure must have been a really good idea right at the start. Now though, it feels slightly dated. I also pick up that some of the locations that they use just around the park, one of them is Stanleyville, and if you know anything about Henry Morton Stanley, he was a nasty piece of work. He was the character that Kurtz in Apocalypse Now was based upon. Heart of Darkness, if you go back to that one. All in though, Busch Gardens is a nice day out. If you are travelling with people that don't do roller coasters, they can go and look at the animals and the zoo part of it, and if you're travelling with kids and people that are into roller coasters, obviously they'd love it. And it's a big old zoo, you know, way bigger than London Zoo. African elephants, antelopes, giraffes, cheetahs. And they do this kind of cheetah run thing during the day where they get the cheetahs running up and down their enclosure, keeping them busy. And then at the end of it, the cheetahs stand there looking at all of the tourists thinking, I wouldn't mind ripping into you. I'm absolutely positive that could easily bound over there and take out unsuspecting tourists. There's a train, kind of a colonial era train that goes around the park, and you can also do like a safari journey too in the back of a truck. I've done that before, and that takes you through kind of the zoological gardens, and it's all planted beautifully. It's subtropical basically. Yeah, that's not a real steam engine, just by the way. Looks good though, and gets you around the park, and there's an aerial cable car that goes over the top of the park too. Yeah, Busch Gardens is quite nice except for the colonial bit, but very difficult to change now. I'm going to do a video on Henry Morton Stanley. He ended up in Pirbright in Surrey. He's buried there. Some interesting locations there. Now, one of the rides, attractions that arrived 3-4 years ago is this one, Falcons Fury, and it's a drop tower. Now I've speeded this bit up, and it goes up 325 feet. You get a fantastic view over kind of Tampa and the environs, and Doctor Doom Islands of Adventure is another example of a drop tower, and you get to the top and then layers out at the bottom. I absolutely despise those rides. I don't go on them. But anyway, that's the best one of its type that I've seen. And starting on BBC Two in May, Triassic Park with Gavin Critchley charting the fascinating story of the Pseudotsuchia. So what you can see behind me are a couple of examples of Alligator mississippiensis, which, as you'll remember, the alligator and the crocodiles are just the remnants of the Pseudotsuchia, which dominated Pangaea during the Triassic period before the mass extinction which led to the dinosaurs. And here we see an example of Crocodylus niloticus, the Nile crocodile.